Have you ever noticed that some of the smartest people you know, the ones who seem to have it all figured out, aren't actually happy? It's a strange paradox, isn't it? You'd think that understanding the world better, solving problems faster, and seeing things others can't would automatically make life easier. But for many highly intelligent people, it doesn't. In fact, sometimes it makes it harder. Why is that? Why does intelligence, which is supposed to be a gift, sometimes feel like a curse? Let's explore that. Because here's the truth. Being highly intelligent comes with hidden challenges that most people never talk about. First, consider the way a highly intelligent mind works. Your thoughts never really stop. They're always moving, always analyzing, always searching for patterns, even when you're trying to relax, even when you're with friends, even when you're trying to sleep. Your mind keeps going, and that can be exhausting. Think about it for a second. How many times have you replayed a conversation in your head over and over, thinking about what you could have said differently, or analyzed a small mistake until it felt like a massive failure? Now imagine doing that almost every day. That's overthinking, and it's one of the biggest reasons highly intelligent people struggle with happiness. Because the same mind that can solve complex problems can also create endless worry, self-doubt, and mental noise. It's like having a supercomputer running inside your head, but instead of solving problems efficiently, it keeps spinning the same issues over and over. And that constant mental chatter, it steals something precious: presence. The ability to truly live in the moment, without dissecting everything, without questioning every feeling or decision, without turning a simple cup of coffee or a walk in the park into a full-blown analysis session. Then there's the problem of awareness. Highly intelligent people see reality clearly, sometimes too clearly. They notice the unfairness, the flaws, the injustices, and the contradictions in the world. They see patterns in behavior that most people miss. And while that awareness can be incredibly powerful, it can also feel heavy. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. You start asking bigger questions. Why are things the way they are? Why do people act the way they do? What's the point of all this? And sometimes, those questions don't have answers. Not easy ones anyway. That leads to something psychologists call existential thinking. Deep reflection on life, purpose, and meaning. And while it can be enlightening, it can also be emotionally exhausting. Because when your mind is constantly searching for meaning, and sometimes finds none, a sense of emptiness can creep in. Let's talk about expectations. Highly intelligent people tend to have very high expectations of themselves, of others, of life. At first, this seems like a good thing. After all, wouldn't we all want to aim high? But the problem comes when reality doesn't match those expectations. Imagine setting a goal, achieving it, and then feeling like it wasn't enough. Or imagining life would feel a certain way after a big accomplishment, only to realize it doesn't. That gap between expectation and reality can be painful. Highly intelligent people often chase achievement after achievement, always moving the goalpost further. And over time, that cycle can create a constant sense of dissatisfaction. The higher your intelligence, the bigger the mental reward you expect, and the more easily disappointment creeps in. Then there's the challenge of connection. Relationships are one of the most important sources of happiness. But what happens when you struggle to find people who truly understand you? When does your way of thinking feel different? When conversations feel shallow? Highly intelligent people often crave deep, meaningful discussions. They want to talk about ideas, emotions, purpose, the kind of conversations that leave you feeling inspired and connected. But not everyone operates on that level, and that can lead to loneliness, even when surrounded by people. It's not about being physically alone. It's about feeling like no one really sees the real you. And when you feel misunderstood, it can make it harder to open up, harder to trust, harder to truly connect. That kind of loneliness is different from just being alone. It's a quiet, gnawing sense that something is missing, even if everything looks fine on the surface. Another hidden challenge is self-criticism. Highly intelligent people are often extremely self-aware. They notice their flaws, they recognize their mistakes, they understand their limitations. While self-awareness can be a strength, too much of it can be damaging. Because instead of acknowledging mistakes and moving on, highly intelligent people can dwell on them. They can analyze every misstep endlessly. They can become their own harshest critic. Why did I do that? I should have done better. I'm not good enough. That inner voice can become relentless, and over time, it wears you down. It steals confidence, joy, and the sense that you're enough just as you are, even when you're doing well, even when others admire you. And here's something else worth considering: the burden of insight. Highly intelligent people often see problems that others don't. They understand the risks. They see potential failures long before they happen. While that insight can be valuable, it can also make life more stressful. Imagine knowing all the ways things could go wrong before they even do. You're always prepared, always cautious, always thinking ahead. And while that sounds smart, it can make it hard to relax, hard to trust, hard to enjoy life as it comes. So, intelligence can be a double-edged sword. It opens doors to understanding, creativity, and insight, but it also amplifies worry, self-doubt, and existential questioning. But here's the thing: intelligence itself isn't the problem. It's how it's used. Because the same mind that overthinks can also innovate. The same awareness that sees problems can also find solutions. The same depth that feels heavy can also bring meaning. The key lies in learning how to manage it. So how do highly intelligent people find happiness in a world that sometimes feels too complicated for them? First, learning to quiet the mind. Not every thought needs exploration. Not every question needs an answer. Sometimes it's okay to simply be, to breathe, to experience the moment without judgment. Second, adjusting expectations. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be meaningful. Progress matters more than perfection. Achievements don't have to define your worth. And it's okay if things don't always go as planned. Third, cultivating connection. Finding people who truly understand you, whether that's friends, family, or partners, can make a huge difference. Even one real connection can outweigh hundreds of superficial interactions. Fourth, practicing self-compassion. Being highly intelligent doesn't mean you have to be your own worst critic. You can acknowledge your flaws without letting them define you. You can celebrate small wins. You can treat yourself with the same kindness you give to others. And finally, embracing the paradox. Happiness isn't about knowing everything. It's not about having all the answers. It's about living fully, even when life is messy, uncertain, or imperfect. Because the mind can be a blessing and a burden at the same time. But with awareness, intention, and practice, it can become a tool for a richer, fuller, more meaningful life. So maybe the real question isn't, why are highly intelligent people unhappy? Maybe the real question is, can highly intelligent people learn to use their minds, not to trap themselves, but to enhance their happiness? And the answer is yes. It takes practice. It takes patience. It takes courage. But it's possible. Because the same mind that once felt like a curse can become your greatest ally. You just need to learn to quiet the noise, to step out of analysis and into experience, to let go of perfection, to connect deeply, to forgive yourself. And when you do, that restless, overthinking, hyper-aware mind suddenly becomes a source of insight, creativity, and joy. Maybe happiness for highly intelligent people isn't about being smarter than everyone else. Maybe it's about being human, fully human, with all the messiness, the emotions, the uncertainties, and the beauty that comes with it. And perhaps, just perhaps, that's the kind of intelligence that truly matters. Because when you can finally balance your mind with your heart, you discover a freedom that no IQ, no achievement, and no insight alone can ever provide. You discover peace. You discover meaning. You discover joy. And if you felt this way, if you've ever struggled with overthinking, self-doubt, or the weight of knowing too much, remember, you're not alone. And there are ways to transform that brilliant mind into a source of happiness. If this message resonated with you, if it made you pause and reflect even for a moment, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. We explore topics like this every week: mind, emotions, happiness, and the hidden truths that most people never talk about. By subscribing, you won't just watch videos, you'll join a community of people seeking to understand themselves and the world a little better every day. So take that step, hit the subscribe button, stay curious, stay reflective, and let's discover a happier, more meaningful life together.